Hello, welcome back. It's Victoria Day, Monday, May the 18th. It's a holiday. You probably won't even see this till tomorrow, Tuesday. That's fine. I thought I would just briefly today post the answers to the questions that I posed late last week on who can vote in this country. And by the way, it's Victoria Day today. That's named after Queen Victoria, Queen of England, and therefore Queen of Canada, back in 1867, when Canada became an independent nation, independent of Britain. We decided we would keep the royal family. And so even today in 2020, our current queen, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of England, she is our queen too. She's Queen of Canada. And it's a job for life. We know what a monarchy is now. And when she passes away, her firstborn son, that's Prince Charles, will become king. And when he passes away, his eldest son, William, King William, William and Kate, William will become King of England and King of Canada. That's how it works. William's younger brother, Harry, who was living here for a while, and now I think he's down in California, he's the second born, so he's sort of off the hook. He's a royal, but he doesn't have to worry about one day becoming king and having all those responsibilities. Anyway, back to our quiz. There was 10 questions. I'm posting the answers right below, so you can see them. And so if you're tired of, too much commentary from Fisher, you can stop right now. But just a little comment on some of these questions. First one, I think you probably got right. Can a 17-year-old vote? No, it's 18. Most countries in the world that are democracies have chosen 18, though it doesn't have to be. There's been talk, the Green Party has for many years said, we should lower it to 16. 16-year-olds should be able to vote. Maybe we will do that one day. But that is our restriction. What if you're a new, there's a few of these, a new Canadian, a permanent resident, you're a seasonal worker here, a foreign student. Can those folks vote? No. You must be a citizen. As well as being 18, you must be a citizen. If you're a new Canadian and just been here a year or two, still, no. But once you get your citizenship, then yes. So we're not like ancient Athens where you have to be born here. But you do have to be here for a few years. There's some paperwork. You actually have to take a little civics test. And when you get that all done, you get your citizenship. A good friend of mine, Mahmoud, got his citizenship just last year, lives here in Stratford. Very happy about that. And now he can vote just like anyone else who's a citizen. Question number 4 might have looked odd to you. What about British citizens? Because, of course, we were a British colony. It seems odd, but up until the 1970s, if you were British, not Canadian, but British, and you lived here, you're working, you're going to school, we let you vote. It seems odd. You're not even Canadian. Don't even want to be Canadian. You're British. We allowed for that because of our heritage. And that's been done away with now. You must be a Canadian citizen. What about this jail stuff? I'm in jail, or I was in jail. I have a criminal record. The answer is yes to all of them. If you were in jail, you can vote. If you're in jail on voting day, we had our national elections back in October. If you were in prison in the Stratford Penitentiary, you got to vote. If you were in a maximum security prison, life sentence for some horrible crime, you get to vote. Not all countries do this. In the United States, no. But here we do. The idea is we are a democracy. Never used to. This is relatively new. Last 20 years or so. We're a democracy. If you're a citizen and you're 18 years of age, you get to vote. And there's been some interest. Now, of course, we don't open the jails on voting day. Hey, go vote and please come back. It's not like that. We set up a polling station right inside all of the prisons. You're usually in the cafeteria, and then, during your lunch break or on free time, if you want, like everyone else in Canada, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can then go and vote. There was a study a few years ago by a political scientist wondering, what are voting patterns of prisoners in Canada. How does that work? And to his surprise, he found that prisoners vote at about the same rate as other Canadians. 65% of people eligible to vote do so. Prisoners in jail, about the same. Which political party do they support? Doesn't seem to be one. They have a pretty good mix of the different parties they vote for, just like out here in the rest of the country. Interesting. So yes, everyone in prison or who used to be in prison gets to vote. What if you live in Florida? There's sometimes in January and February I think about, geez, I'm going to retire one day. Be nice to be in Florida. But do you lose your vote? The answer used to be, for a few years, yes. Might seem odd. The answer is no. You can vote no matter where in the world you live. There's a process about mailing in a ballot. But there was a time when we didn't allow for that. If you were living overseas a certain number of months a year, the idea was you're not paying your tax. You're not paying a lot of taxes, and the money you spend, you're not spending in Canada. Why should you get to vote? But that's gone. You can vote. If you're in Florida, Arizona, or anywhere in the world, you can vote. There's a procedure. There's a little extra work involved, but you can do it. Then the last one. What if you have dementia, Alzheimer's? What if you're mentally ill and in an institution? Yes. Yeah, we let everybody vote in this country. Now, if someone has dementia, they wouldn't know there was an election on or might not even understand what that is. But if they do, you are a citizen, you're 18 years of age, you get to vote. So there you have it. How did you do? And I wonder what you think, since you're all under 18. None of you can vote, but murderers can vote. People with dementia can vote, but you can't. That somehow doesn't seem fair, but that's the way it is. So compare how you did, compare how your parents did. Just a little fun here. When we come back tomorrow on Tuesday, our civics is in the afternoon, half of the day. So there'll be a lesson posted here on Tuesday. It'll be a regular lesson, and guess what? I'm going to give you a break from the citizens' handbooks. You've gone 4 weeks in a row. Your practice one on marijuana, and now the 3 official ones. That's 4 of them. The 4th one is due this Wednesday. On which political party do you think is best? And of course, you pick. I'm not, marking you based on which party. If you like a party I vote or I like or not, doesn't matter. But do you have a good understanding of what that political party supports? And can you explain why you think that's a good party? Do you know a little bit of research in addition to the material I've provided? I'm looking forward to those. I've gotten a couple already, not too many. It's a long weekend after all, but I look forward to. I've returned most of the Citizens Handbooks number 2 about Athens. A good mix of responses. I'm pleased. And I'm going to try to wrap up the rest of those today. So if you've handed yours in, probably by the end of the day today, by this evening, it'll probably be there. I wasn't planning on doing this till tomorrow, but, check this out. And it's raining all day. It's kind of dreary, and I thought, I'm indoors. Why not get this done, get it in ahead of time so people can see how they're doing? So add this up, maybe talk to your parents, and some of the answers maybe were a little curious, but now you know. And so our lesson comes tomorrow. It's going to be on our election. So how do we actually do this? We know how they did it in ancient Athens with everyone getting together. We got 37 million people and change in this country. It doesn't work. You can't get everyone together on Parliament Hill in Ottawa. So how do we do it? How does that all work? We'll deal with that tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.